Reddit breakup stories. This is a story I found on Reddit, and the more you listen, the worse it gets. This guy says he'd been with his girlfriend for almost 2 years. They lived close, saw each other all the time, texted constantly. Nothing seemed wrong, no big fights, no drama. Then one week, something shifted. She stopped texting first. Replies got shorter. No emojis, no good morning, no good night. At first, he thought she was just busy, so he asked her if everything was okay. She smiled and said, "Yeah, I'm fine. Why?" But her actions didn't match her words. She stopped making plans, started canceling last minute. When they were together, she was always on her phone, not texting him, texting someone else. One night, he noticed she'd turned her phone away every time she typed. Another night, she left the room to take a call. When he asked who it was, she said, "Just a friend." Then came the moment that broke him. They were sitting together on the couch when a notification popped up on her phone. He didn't read the message, but he saw the contact name. It wasn't a name. It was a heart emoji. Later that night, he checked his own phone. Her contact name, the one that used to be Love, was now just his first name. No warning, no conversation. A week later, she finally said it. "I think we should take a break. I just don't feel the same." He asked if there was someone else. She said no. 2 days after the breakup, she posted a photo on Instagram. Candlelight dinner, wine glasses, 2 plates. The caption said, "Sometimes the right timing matters." The comments told him everything he needed to know. The top Reddit reply said, "She didn't suddenly lose feelings. She left emotionally long before she left physically." And honestly, that might be the scariest part.
Next story.
This Reddit story still doesn't sit right with me. A guy wrote that he had been dating his girlfriend for almost 3 years. They were serious, talking about moving in together, future plans, even kids. Everything seemed normal, until she started acting strangely organized. She began scheduling everything, conversations, dates, even arguments. If he wanted to talk about something serious, she'd say, "Can we talk about this tomorrow at 7:30? At first, he thought she was just trying to communicate better. Then one night, she sat him down and said, "I've made a list." The list had columns, pros, cons, emotional return, long-term compatibility. She calmly explained that she'd been tracking the relationship for months. She told him things like, "Your emotional responses have decreased by 23%. My happiness plateaued around February. Conflict resolution efficiency is low." He laughed because he thought it was a joke. It wasn't. She told him she had been preparing for this conversation for 6 weeks. She'd already decided to leave, already planned where she'd live, already told her friends. She said, "I just needed the data to confirm it." He asked her why she stayed if she had already decided. She looked confused and said, "I wanted a smooth emotional exit." Then she hugged him, thanked him for his time, and asked if he could help her move the next weekend. The top Reddit comment said, "She didn't break up with him, she completed him." And honestly, that might be the creepiest breakup I've ever heard.
Next story.
She practiced breaking up with me. 3 to 4 minute narration, full film content. This Reddit story is long, but every detail matters. A guy wrote that he had been dating his girlfriend for a little over 2 years. They met in college, moved to the same city after graduation, and built a routine together. Same coffee shop, same gym days, same Friday nights. Nothing felt broken. But slowly, she started acting, rehearsed. Whenever they argued, she'd pause before responding, not thinking, but choosing. Her words sounded polished, controlled, like she had said them before. One night, during a small argument about something stupid, she suddenly stopped and said, "Wait, can we restart this conversation?" He laughed, thinking she was joking. She wasn't. She said she didn't like how that version of the conversation sounded. After that, strange things kept happening. She began asking questions that felt final. Questions like, if we ever broke up, would you stay friends with my family? Do you think people can love more than one person at the same time? Would you rather be remembered as someone's first love or someone's last? He brushed it off as overthinking. Then one night, he accidentally saw something on her laptop. She had left a document open. The file was called Closure Conversation, Draft 4. Inside the document were paragraphs, full sentences, responses labeled. If he cries, if he gets angry, if he asks for another chance. There were even timestamps. She had practiced tone notes like, speak calmly, maintain eye contact, pause here. When he confronted her, she didn't panic. She sighed and said, I didn't want to hurt you. I wanted to say it right. She admitted she had been rehearsing the breakup for months, practicing in the mirror, practicing with friends, even recording herself to adjust her tone. He asked her why she stayed if she already knew she would leave. She answered, because I loved you, and because I needed time to emotionally detach. That sentence broke something in him. A week later, she finally used the script. She sat him down, spoke slowly, used the exact phrases from the document. When he reacted differently than expected, she paused, checked her phone, and continued from a different section. After she finished, she asked, do you feel like this gave you closure? He said nothing. She hugged him, said thank you, and left. 2 days later, he realized she had deleted the document. Not because it wasn't needed anymore, but because the project was complete. The top Reddit comment said, the scariest part isn't that she planned the breakup. It's that she practiced empathy instead of feeling it. And honestly, that one stayed with me.